Next up, the CarBuyer Advisor, your first place to turn for everything automotive. Taking a stand for consumer education and dedicated to connecting you with the industry's finest automotive products, services, and advice. And now, please welcome the CarBuyer Advisor.
In our continued effort to educate consumers one car buyer at a time, each week we donate our next segment to our community. We interview a variety of agencies that laws and regulations affect automotive consumers. Now, from our first show, we've interviewed representatives from the Department of Motor Vehicles to various law enforcement agencies. We've discussed consumer rights to road construction projects, child safety seat installation to the newest cell phone laws and regulations. Now, recently, we've also had the opportunity to feature individuals and organizations that without their heroic efforts, our region would not be half the quality place to live and raise our families in that it is. It is truly the people that live and reside in Northern Nevada that makes our community a place worthy of calling home. We've enjoyed nothing more than having a platform to introduce you to these incredible members of the biggest little city, the ones that devote their lives to countless others. And not for fame or fortune, but for personal gratification and satisfaction. Our next guest is the executive director of a local nonprofit organization that provides assistance to the most important members of any community, our children. Now, these organizations and individuals rarely receive the recognition that they deserve, let alone the opportunity to reach out to our community, to share their programs or to raise resources to continue their endeavors. It is both an honor and a privilege to introduce you to our next guest, Paula Nielsen, Executive Director for Kids Foundation. Paula, thanks so much for taking your time out on Saturday to share your cause with our listeners.
Oh, you're welcome. I'm glad to be here. Thank you for having me.
Now, more importantly, I'd like to publicly thank you for your devotion to the children of Northern Nevada. And please, if you will, start by sharing what the For Kids Foundation is.
We're a local nonprofit, as you said. What we do is fund needed goods and services to children who don't have any other means to meet those goods and those needs. We pay for anything from medical treatment to prescriptions to summer school fees to eyeglasses. Any need a child has, but they don't have the resources to meet that need, we will fund it for them. Dental
procedures as well.
Exactly.
I understand that there's almost not much that you won't contribute to given the need.
There's not much at all that we haven't paid for, as long as it's a benefit for the child.
Now, after hearing about your programming and having had firsthand experience witnessing what your organization provides both the children and the families, I've often wondered how programs like yours get it started. What inspired this remarkable organization to exist?
Well, actually, we were the nonprofit arm of a company started here in Reno called Kids Behavioral Health. Was an organization that provided inpatient treatment and day service facilities for troubled youth. Our board chair, Dr. Earl Nielsen, was on the board of that company and realized that although they were helping many children with their programs, so many more children needed help that they couldn't afford. So they decided to start the foundation to take care of those needs.
And over the years, how many children would you estimate your organization has helped out?
We've probably helped about 1,000 kids.
1,000 kids?
Yeah.
There's got to be a special place in heaven for people and organizations like yours. It's hard to imagine what joy you must get from knowing how you've impacted the lives, the quality of life of so many kids.
It's pretty satisfying, actually, although sometimes I have to say one of the things that I do in my job is I'm the one who's able to spread the news, to tell the parents that, yes, we've approved whatever it is the child needs. And so the mom and I will get on the phone and we'll just be crying together. It's such an emotional and wonderful experience to be able to help.
Well, to give our listeners some idea of how far For Kids Foundation will really go to help kids, please take a moment and share some of the different types of services that you've provided our children of our community over the years.
Well, I think one of the most trying applications was from a 15-year-old boy who was diagnosed with a kidney problem. His pediatrician prescribed a kidney biopsy. And they had to go to California to get the biopsy because there are no pediatric nephrology facilities here in Northern Nevada. Parents didn't have any money. Dad had lost his job, so no insurance. The hospital wanted $20,000 up front, and of course the parents didn't have it. So they came to 4Kids, and we enlisted the help of another charity. We got the hospital to cut their fees by 50%, and the child got his biopsy.
And you mentioned that you work hand in hand with some of our other local organizations, and I find that really interesting, that you will assist and you'll also try to make it so that every benefit that can be provided to make something come together is enlisted. And share some of the things, some of the organizations you've cooperated with.
We collaborate with many organizations, the Give Hope Foundation, the Northern Nevada Children's Cancer Foundation, and Builders Association Charity are the three that we collaborate the most with. And by doing that, we not only get the children's needs taken care of, we save money to help other children.
You spread the burden through multiple organizations, and you're able to accomplish more at the end result is what I'm getting out of that.
Exactly.
Say somebody has a need for your assistance. How do they go about filing an application, and how long is the normal process for them to get assistance?
They can call me and receive an application through the mail, or they can get an application directly from our website. They can download the application, or they can just email it to me directly from our website. And
go ahead and give them the website and phone numbers and emails and everything else that you can give them at this time.
The website is www.4kidsfoundation.org. The phone number is 741-5231.
So another question I ask is, where do you get the funding necessary to continue your efforts?
That's always difficult. I write grants, so lots of money comes from local foundations. We have one fundraiser a year, which is a wine tasting
and
held
that's
in
coming
the spring.
Up here in the spring, right?
Right, June 1st. It's a wonderful event, live music, great hors d'oeuvres, a silent auction, and that is at the Chisholm House, which is the oldest farmhouse in Reno. So it's not only a fun event, it's at a beautiful location.
And probably now is a good time for organizations or businesses that want to donate something for this silent fundraiser, a silent auction, to contact you and make some donations for that too.
Exactly.
Now, if somebody listening wants to become more involved, donate time or money, or wants to host a fundraiser, or it needs your program, once again, please share with them how to get hold of you.
You can call me directly at 741-5231. or at our website, 4kidsfoundation.org.
I'm going to ask you, just before this fundraiser comes up, to please come back on our show, and we'll revisit that just as a reminder so that people remember that it's coming up and that they can contribute to such a worthy cause. And again, from the bottom of my heart, you're an inspiration.
Thank you.
And thank you for taking on and committing your life to such a worthy cause. It's people like you that make us proud to call Northern Nevada our home.
Oh, that's nice to hear. We're happy to do it.
Paula Nielsen, Executive Director, 4Kids Foundation. Thanks again for being here.
You're welcome.